hearing one story from four different people. Each believes they are right. Each has dreams, each makes sacrifices, and each changes history. That's the brilliance of Ramchandra series. Rather than presenting only one viewpoint, the series explores the journeys of Ram, Sita, and Ravan from different perspectives, inviting readers to think about leadership, courage, and difficult choices. So, why this series is different, if you ask me? Traditional retellings usually follow one narrative, but this series uses multiple viewpoints to encourage readers to understand motivations, conflicts, and decisions from different angles while remaining a work of fiction inspired by the epic. So, first, we have something about the author. So, author is well known to everyone by now. He is Amish Tripathi. So, Amish Tripathi is one of India's most celebrated authors, best known of his mythological fiction that reimagines ancient epics with a modern narrative lens. So, he's born in 1974 in Mumbai. He worked in financial services before turning to writing. His debut novel, The Immortals of Meluha, in 2010 became a landmark in Indian publishing. His Shiva trilogy sold over 3.5 million copies, making him India's fastest selling author. He has received numerous awards, including the Society Young Achievers Award and the Crossword Book Award. And this brings us why the series is unique. As I told you before, Amish Tripathi retells the ancient Ramayana with a bold, modern narrative voice, grounding myth in psychology, politics, and human ambition. The characters are no longer archetypes but complex individuals driven by personal conviction. So the series weaves together mythology, history, and philosophy into a seamless tapestry. It dares to ask what if heroes had flaws and the villains had reasons. Leadership, moral dilemmas, and dharma are explored with rare depth and nuance. And coming to the timeline of the four books, book one was the Scion of Ikshvaku. It was published in 2015. It's all about Ram's early life, exile, and the foundations of Dharma. The story begins with Ram's birth and his journey to becoming a leader. Book 2 is Sita, Warrior of Mithila. So it's around 2017. So it's Sita's parallel story as a fierce warrior and strategist, retells events from Sita's perspective, redefining her role. Then we have book 3, that is Ravan, the enemy of Aryavarta. It came around 2019. So Ravan's origins, ambitions, and rise to power, a humanizing portrait of series uh, antagonist. And then we have book 4, The War of Lanka, around 2022. So the epic climax, the great battle, sacrifices, and resolution of all character arcs. So, and then this brings us to our book one, The Scion of Ikshvaku. So, the theme of this book was all about leadership, and the lesson to learn is that a leader earns respect through responsibility, discipline, and service. And I would give this book the rating of 5 out of 5. So it's all about the book one of Ramchandra series, which follows Ram, the Prince of Ayodhya, as he navigates a kingdom in decline and a destiny he never sought. So, born on the day of a military defeat, Ram is blamed by many, yet chooses the path of righteousness above all ease. The themes includes leadership under adversity, the way of duty, and the courage to uphold dharma when it is most difficult. It introduces key characters of Ram, Sita, Lakshman, and Ravan. So, yeah, I would say the leadership lessons are that leading with humility and righteousness. Ram's leadership is defined by service over power. He leads not through authority alone, but through moral integrity. earning loyalty through example rather than force, balancing personal and public duty. Throughout his journey, Ram must constantly reconcile his obligations as a son, husband, and king, demonstrating that true leadership demands personal sacrifice for the greater good. Strategic decision making under pressure. Faced with exile, war, and betrayal, Ram's calm, principled judgment under pressure offers timeless lessons in resilience, strategic thinking, and ethical leadership. And now, this concludes the book one, and so it also tells that every great kingdom also needs wisdom. And this brings us to our book two, Sita, um, the warrior of Mithila. So, the theme of this book is all about courage, leadership, strategy, and the lesson we need to know is that strength can be intellectual, emotional, and moral, not only physical. And I would rate this book 5 out of 5 because Sita is reimagined as fierce, independent warrior, not a passive figure, but a trained strategist and leader in her own right. Adopted by King Janak of Mithila, she defines convention at every turn. Themes of this book include strength, strategy, and empowerment. Sita challenges traditional portrayals, emerging as a co-hero whose courage and intellect match and at times surpass those around her. And this, uh, coming to the strength and strategy part, Sita's journey in Warrior of Mithila reveals a leader of extraordinary tactical intelligence. Trained in warfare and statecraft from childhood, she approaches every challenge with precision, foresight, and calm under pressure. Her personal resilience in the face of adversity redefines strength not as brute force but as unwavering resolve. Sita's story also challenges conventional narratives, placing women at the forefront of leadership, strategy, and moral authority in ancient world. And this brings us to our book 3, that every story has another side. And that brings us to our book 3, Ravan, enemy of Aryavarta. So this is theme of ambition. This book is all of theme of ambition, ego, power, and the lesson is that talent without humility can become destructive. So the novel encourages readers to think about how choices shape a person's legacy. And the rating of this book, I would give 5 out of 5. uh, so, book 3 of Ramchandra series reimagines Ravan not as a one dimensional villain but as a complex, driven ruler shaped by trauma, ambition, and a fierce desire for power. Amish Tripathi humanizes the traditional antagonist, revealing the motivations behind his choices: ambition, love, and relentless quest for greatness, blurring the line between heroism and villainy. So, uh, the themes of ambition and choices are that the thin line between heroism and villainy is Ravan's defining paradox. So, his ambitions were born from brilliance and pain, a scholar, a warrior, a king. Yet, every choice he made edged him closer to ruin. Amish Tripathi shows us that Ravan's downfall was not inevitable, it was chosen. Destiny in Ramchandra series is not fate, it is some of one's choices. So Ravan's story forces us to ask, can ambition without restraint ever lead to greatness, or does it always carry the seeds of its own destruction? And then coming to that, every journey reaches its conclusion, we have our book 4, that is War of Lanka. So this book's theme are duty, sacrifice, consequences, and the lesson of this book is that every victory comes with loss. Great leaders must make difficult decisions. And the rating of this book also I would give 5 out of 5. So The epic conclusion of the Ramchandra series, War of Lanka, brings the ground conflict between Ram and Ravan to its climatic resolution. The great battle unfolds across Ravan's island kingdom, testing every character to their limits. Themes of duty, sacrifice, and resolution take center stage as Ram and his allies face their greatest trial. The culmination of all four characters' arcs raises profound moral questions about the true cost of righteousness and war. So this is all about duty and sacrifice. So the Ramchandra series forces readers to confront the true cost of war and leadership. Every victory comes at a profound personal price. So Ram's sense of duty demands he sacrifice love, family, and peace for the greater good. Characters face agonizing ethical dilemmas that is it righteous to wage war that destroys thousands of uphold dharma? Can a leader justify personal loss for collective salvation? Amish Tripathi reveals that true sacrifice is not merely dying for a cause, it is living with the weight of the choices made. And if you ask me, the biggest lessons of this book are leadership, duty, perspective, sacrifice, family, justice, ethics, decision making, and best character development we can learn from Sita, Ravan, Ram, Hanuman, and a lot more. So, coming to the themes across the series, leadership and righteousness uh, is Ram's journey illustrating that true leadership demands selflessness, adherence to Dharma, and the courage to make difficult choices for the greater good, even at great personal cost. Coming to morality and ambiguity, no character is purely good or evil. Amish Tripathi challenges readers to question conventional notions of right and wrong, power and responsibility, and the complex nature of heroism and villainy. Coming to the character arcs, Ram begins as a prince burdened by exile and public judgment, yet steadily evolves into a just and visionary leader. His arc explores how duty, humility, and unwavering righteousness shape a ruler worthy of legend. Sita transforms from a sheltered princess into a fierce, independent warrior whose strength rivals any hero. Ravan's journey is the most tragic. A brilliant ruler undone by pride and obsession, blurring the line between greatness and ruin. And the moral questions raised here are that what defines true leadership? Ram's journey challenges us to question whether a leader is defined by power or by sacrifice. Is the end justifying the means? That is, the series forces characters and readers to wrestle with moral compromises made in the name of duty and survival. And then, the nature of good and evil is never black and white in the Ramchandra series. Heroes carry flaws and villains carry depth, blurring the boundaries of righteousness and wrongdoing. And then coming to the comparison of perspectives, Ram's dharma versus Ravan's ambition. Ram embodies unwavering righteousness, every choice bound by duty, sacrifice, and greater good. Ravan, by contrast, is driven by fierce ambition, personal pride, and an insatiable uh, desire for power. So, two extraordinary men, two opposing moral compasses, one timeless conflict. Traditional myth versus modern reinterpretation, where ancient epics cast Ram as a divine ideal and Ravan as pure evil, Amish Tripathi humanizes both. Ram wrestles with self doubt, Ravan is shaped by trauma and genius. The series challenges readers to question who truly defines heroism and whether good and evil are ever absolute. And this brings us to why the readers loved the series. So, the rich storytelling and vivid world building transparent readers into a reimagined ancient India, blending mythology with gripping narrative detail. The multidimensional characters challenge black and white perspectives of heroes and villains, making every figure deeply human and relatable. Timely themes of leadership, morality, and power resonate strongly with modern audiences, while the engaging mixture of myth and modernity keeps readers hooked from first page to the last. Who should read it? If you ask, then the fans of mythology and epic fiction will find the Ramchandra series deeply rewarding, offering a fresh and immersive retelling of ancient legends with vivid world building. Readers drawn to leadership and ethics will appreciate the series' exploration of duty, righteousness, and moral dilemmas that define great leaders. Those who enjoy complex character studies will be captivated by multidimensional portrayals of Ram, Sita, and Ravan, figures who transcended traditional archetypes and challenge readers to think deeply. Overall ratings would be that Goodreads told that Skyne of Ikshwaku holds 3.9 out of 5, starts from over 35,000 ratings, and Sita Warrior of Mithila is average, is around 4.1 out of 5, praised for its bold reimagining. And Ravan, the enemy of Aryavata, scores 4 out of 5, lauded for humanizing a complex villain. And War of Lanka earns 4.2 out of 5 because as celebrated as a thrilling conclusion. So Amazon India ratings consistently exceeded 4.3 out of 5 across all four books. Critics commend Amish's ability to blend mythology with modern storytelling. Reviewers highlight the series as a must read for fans of epic fiction, leadership philosophy, and cultural retelling, a best selling phenomenon across South Asia and beyond. And the greatest triumph is not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. It's by Amish Tripathi. So, whether you agree with every interpretation or simply enjoy thoughtful storytelling, the Ramchandra series offers an engaging way to reflect on timeless themes of leadership, responsibility, and human nature. So, if you enjoy mythology inspired fiction, it is a compelling series to explore alongside traditional readers of the Ramayana. But I must suggest you to first go and read or see or watch and know about the traditional and original Ramayana first to enjoy and know what is real and what was made up for the series to be more engaging and more interesting. So, completely the matter which is written in the series is yeah, it is like true for some extent, but it is not completely true, it's not completely original thing. So I would strongly recommend you to go back and read and know the original Ramayana first before reading and this book, to give you more clarity and make you understand what was really happened, what is our real Quran, what it says. And yeah, and this brings us to the end of the video, and please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the video and the channel. And yeah, happy livings, and